Hello, I'm Leonard Slatkin. Beethoven's Third Symphony was inspired by some of the most exciting events of his day. In it, we hear echoes of Napoleon's sweep through France, the sounds of victory, freedom, and hope. We also hear the despair over Beethoven learning of Napoleon's declaration of himself as Emperor of Europe. All music has a story, and all listeners find themselves in the position of understanding the intent of the composer. No other composer presents as much challenge as Ludwig van Beethoven. And in this season of the National Symphony Orchestra, you're going to have the chance to experience all of his symphonies and all of his concertos. It's inspiring music, and the inspiration behind the music is what we'll be exploring in the National Symphony Orchestra's 95-96 season. The ideas and dreams that led composers to set pen to paper and notes to staff. Every program was created with some central piece or theme in mind, and each offers you a new way of listening to music, some of which, like Beethoven's Third, is familiar, and some of which may be new to you. I'll be conducting 6 programs this season, at least one on each subscription series. The process of building each program has always been fascinating to me, and I'm looking forward to sharing these musical adventures with you. I've also asked each of our guest conductors to put together music in ways that will help us experience and appreciate each piece anew. As you look at the season's offerings in the enclosed brochure, I hope you'll share the excitement I feel about the music we'll be exploring together. As I said, a wealth of Beethoven enhances this season. These classics lie at the heart of every orchestra's repertoire and at the heart of some of the most spectacular programs in the season. Here's an example of how we'll hear some of our favorite works by Beethoven in a new light, as they are partnered with music by other composers. In October, Sir Neville Marriner leads the National Symphony Orchestra in this remarkable 7th Symphony of Ludwig van Beethoven, sometimes referred to as the apotheosis of the dance. To emphasize that, Maestro Marriner has also chosen a work called the Dance Suite of the Hungarian composer Béla Bartók. One work, a symphony, ascribed to the dance, another work, symphonic, with dances implied. Legends and literature have sparked composers' imaginations throughout the centuries. The story of Romeo and Juliet has often been used as a springboard for some of the most remarkable compositions of music ever created. This season, we'll have the chance to hear the dramatic cantata by Hector Berlioz. The Berlioz represents the literature aspect of our season. In the legends come 3 works of the Russian composer Anatol Liadov, Kikimora, Baba Yaga, and the Enchanted Lake, pieces that are intended to describe and evoke a time that never existed. The concert-going experience is something not just for the ears, but for the eyes as well. Each of you brings something special to the concert, and you take something special away. Some of you look and see the orchestra, some of you close your eyes and listen. All is valid, but sometimes the composer demands that you understand the background behind their work to understand the inspiration that caused the work to exist in the first place. Such a work is Mussorgsky's Pictures in an Exhibition. Normally, you hear the version orchestrated by Maurice Ravel from the piano version of Mussorgsky. But in our performances, you'll hear no less than 9 arrangers, composers, performers, illustrated, who've had a hand in rearranging certain sections of the work. Hopefully this causes you to think about how music that is so familiar can sound so different. Naturally, composers don't just draw upon other fine arts for their inspiration. Music is part of the natural world around us. That's why I've chosen for one of the programs a whimsical look at music inspired by animals, including the overture to Rossini's opera The Thieving Magpie, the suite from Poulenc's Model Animals, and Saint-Saëns' Carnival of the Animals. The whimsical and frivolous in music is often offset by the tragic and solemn. This year, we'll present the first Washington performances of the Symphony No. 1 by the American composer John Corigliano. This work was inspired, if that's the right word, by the AIDS epidemic. The composer has lost several of his closest friends to that disease, and he tried to incorporate his feelings for those people and the horror of AIDS in this work. It's a profoundly moving experience and has achieved worldwide acclaim, and it's a work that must be listened to and thought about. Music encompasses all the feelings, all the spirituality, all the beliefs each of us has. It's a part of every aspect of the world around us. I hope you'll let us be part of your world during the coming season. Please join us.